In this episode, we're going to discuss the big topic of the week, the revamping of the league play and leaderboard systems. If this sounds interesting to you, please stand by. Hey all you Splinterheads, welcome back. Bronze Dragon here saying thanks for dropping by. I do appreciate your time. If you like this kind of content, please be sure and leave me a like and think about subscribing after you watch a few videos. Okay, with that said, the big topic this week has really been what Matt's been talking about over the last few town halls. He's mentioned it here and there, but he's really getting ahead of steam behind it, the revamping of the leaderboard as well as the league play systems. Now, what is the problem as Matt sees it? Okay. So basically, we have a league play system where people get into a league, they buy their cards, specifically up to a certain level to play within that league, and then they don't have to worry about buying more than that. Okay, the second part of that is the SPS staking that is needed for each level, right, to get decent amounts of rewards. Okay, so they make that decision. They get to a certain point. They're playing within a league, and they feel, they feel secure. They're playing in that league. They're doing pretty well. There's really no incentive for them to buy more cards, other than if obviously they want to, or stake more SPS. So those are two of the primary problems. Now, one of the other overarching problems is the fact that people are playing down leveled. Okay, they're playing in a league lower than what they should be playing in his words, because they can hit the top of the leaderboard. They can, obviously, if you play lower than what your cards dictate, then you're going to have a stronger overall deck compared to the people you're playing against. And that's kind of just taking the whole skill thing out of the equation, right? People play down leveled so they can hit higher in the leaderboards and take away, more money. Okay, so that's one of the basics. Now, let's take me for an example. Okay, when we made the changeover from bots being made illegal in Modern, I stopped playing Modern because, as you know, I play with the Splinter Archmage bot rather, and I went to Wild. Right. I previously I have a gold level deck. Okay, my rare summoners are all leveled out at level 6. Okay, I don't really have any higher levels, so I down leveled when I went to Wild and I started playing in gold. I had previously been playing in Diamond because with my deck, the Archmage bot was allowed me to get into Diamond. So I went ahead and did it, right. So and I benefited from that for a while, right. We made the move. I down leveled to gold, and I limited it to gold. Okay, so I'm a prime example, pretty much one of the things he's talking about, right? So I've been in this situation where I haven't really had to buy any cards for my play account. I have bought cards for land, and recently for the Mage Wagons, but not for my primary play account, right? I haven't really had to stake a whole lot of extra SPS because SPS I've just been rolling over. And when we first started, the SPS staking requirement, I was about a little bit less than a third of what I have now. So I've been really gathering up the SPS, and I'm at a point where I'm making, let's see here, about 8.79 boost. Okay, so I'm in a comfortable spot. Haven't had to purposefully go in and stake extra SPS along the way. Now I have taken advantage of doing a little purchasing here and there to beef up the account, right? But I haven't had to, right? So I'm kind of a perfect situation, or a perfect example of what he's talking about. Now, I'm not a good example of the other one where I'm playing down leveled because I'm doing it for the leaderboard or such. But I do bring in a comfortable amount of chests, and I've discussed this before. I feel that if I let my account go into Diamond, it doesn't have the proper level cards. It could cross over into Diamond, but my win ratio would really go down, and overall I think I would get a lot fewer chests. And to me, from what I've seen in my choices in the game, I would prefer to have more RNG chances, meaning more chests at a lower level than half the amount at a higher level. Do diamond chests yield more on a chest by chest basis? Yes, but does 25 diamond chests yield more than 55 gold chests? Probably not. To me, in the numbers I've received in the past, probably not. But that's all subjective and it's all RNG, right? My main point is I would like to have more RNG chances. Now, going forward, what would he like to see? He would like to see a situation where people would be incentivized, and with his words saying, basically, there should be no reason to hold back. You should always want to keep going forward and going upward in the leagues, right? Okay. So what does that mean to us? Well, it means a few things. Okay. Let's stop and step back and take a look at what that would mean as far as our cards and SPS. Okay. First of all, you're playing along and, well, let me stop here and say I like the idea. I should have said that at the outset, right? I like the idea because it's going to be across the board. It's going to apply to everybody. And it's going to be a situation where, like in other games we've played, right, that aren't artificially limited by leagues, you're going to play along and there's going to be a certain median line. Whatever deck strength you have, you're going to hit that certain median line, right? Now, there's going to be a certain percentage on either side of that line that dictates if you're a good player, a very skilled player, you may punch a little bit above your weight and make a little bit better than, or maybe a lot better than what your average deck would dictate. Or you may be a poor player and you may make less than that if you're manually playing it. And then there's going to be a certain median where if you're playing a bot in wild, it's going to hit that median. And then it's not going to really be able to go above that because of your deck strength, right? And what would help that out? Obviously, selling cards. Okay, so I think one of the things behind this is, other than trying to make the game better, is he wants to motivate more card sales, right? So one way you're going to be able to move up is you have to buy more cards, right? Now, what's the second part of that? Obviously, we know, and this is one thing that I've watched a bunch of videos about people talking about this whole week, right? This is one thing I hadn't heard anybody bring up, the SPS staking. Here's the thing, and I'm not trying to be negative here. I'm just trying to look at it from all sides. This is also going to probably make most people have to buy more SPS, because if you're playing down a level like I am, I'm just using myself as an example. Okay, so I'm playing gold when I know my Archmage bot could probably dabble and go up into diamond a little bit, but I would really win a lot fewer games, right? Now, the other side of that equation is that the SPS staking requirements are dictated by your league choice, and your reward boost would go down, and you would have fewer chests overall, like I was saying earlier, right? So as soon as I cross over from that gold level up into diamond, or however the new system works out, I would increasingly have to have more SPS staked, or I would increasingly or decreasingly be making fewer and fewer reward shares, okay? So this would lead to fewer chests, okay? Will players see fewer rewards? Who knows? There's a lot of variables going on, and they haven't even figured out what they're going to do yet. I'm sure he's got some designs in mind. I'm sure he's got some good hard points as far as where he's going to go. But everything's still in flux, and I'm happy about it. Overall, I think if it applies to everybody across the board, it would work well. But I do think taking a step back and looking at the big picture of things, it is going to probably require, people are going to have to buy more cards, people are going to have to buy more SPS, or more than likely, you'll probably be, once again, making less than you did in the first place. Every major change they've made, and I hate to be the negative Nancy here, but every major change they've made has equaled me making less out of the game. Obviously, they're trying to make the game better. They're trying to save it. They're trying to keep it going. I understand that. I'm just trying to be realistic. So put your thoughts and comments in down below. Am I wrong? Am I right? How do you feel? I think if they do it right, it'll be positive for the game. I don't necessarily know if I'm going to go and jump out there and I don't think this is going to force me to buy a lot of extra SPS or buy a lot of extra cards that I wouldn't have necessarily done because I'm so focused on the land game right now. But we'll see as more details come out. Cross your fingers and hope everything's for the best. With that said, this has been Bronze Dragon, bringing you just kind of an update or a look, my feelings on the situation. I hope everyone on your side has been happy and healthy, and I will see you on the flip side.